Dear poet, you might live for 1 good hour each day. 1 hour totally yours, quiet with pen and paper. Either in faint blue light of 5 in the morning, before the sun rises and breakfast plates clatter, and big engines start forward with cares and wares, or late in the office when exit signs are noticed. Young poet, do you believe how many things cleverly entice you to leave your writing chair? Your sweet reverie and boundless thought and new vision, explanatory order, fine wisdom. And rare connections, possibly valuable. What kills you with another day gone forever? True poet, however you have found this page in the charged confabulations that muck your day, reach and cover the nearby window with your hand and listen, and hear the numerous misdirected slants that try to sell you cheap pre-scheduled calendars of wasted days with your name and title filled in. Hot poet, don't do it. Don't live in pretense land. You can never win over. You can only avoid poisonous personalities with duplicitous smiles. They offer appreciation and name tag awards and already spent money for your limited time. Look out. Be careful. Look at your poor friends. Blue poet, you write in silence, yet speak in sound. Whether great or mediocre, you are an alone sojourner, yet to be accepted, yet to help others is the goal. The minute they like you, they want you to cease. Talk, they ask. Stop writing. Be with us. Honor us. Adulation, addiction, smudges sentences with fakery. Famous poet, witch doctor, village priest, soothsayer, drunken fool, visionary, assuager of hurting hearts. Whatever your job, how close can you get to truth? We look to you for integrity and not opinions. You put feeling in thought, and thought in feeling. You know the difference between thought and feeling. Tough poet, be kind, encourage others. Lone wolves don't make it. Praise sparingly. Decline money for blurbs. Money makes you lie. Blurbs are read not for the poems, but to see how the writer dances the cha-cha in a tutu. No one wants your poetry. They want you. Human poet. Others are not to be misunderstood. They pinch you only to see if you are mean. Poetry is the side issue. What they want is help. Small help. Usually to be simply acknowledged. Sadly often true, scratch a poet, find an angry person. Fire without artistic passion is uglified arrogance. Gracious poet, leave the animal body behind. The better spirit sits on a cushioned chair or hard bench in a concentrated, high consciousness assemblage of thought, and hopes muses patiently nod or disapprove words. Remember to involve the constant need to belong. Give kind appreciation to everyone and respect their chair. New poet. Do you say things people don't understand? Overlooked means you are still free. Everything new. Unknown means you see exact and pure as unlined paper. No one watching means the joy of creativity is yours. When no one shows, it means you must improve. Great writing is belief in the power of a single line. Fair poet. The first line is an easy line. Simply write down your thoughts. The last line is the hardest line. A million variables weigh expectations. The rule is don't mess with anyone's dream. Know only one thing, whether you can sing. Sad poet, when you write, write for the future. You luxuriate in beautiful, misunderstood time, if only in resentment that you wrote it down. They cannot do what you can do. To be a poet is to be free, and others don't like this. A poet is magnanimous. Let others find the truth. Love poet. If you can love, you can write. Honest love is never, never inferred or oblique. Be forthright. Creativity loves action. Don't shepherd. One of the sheep is always a wolf. Ability is responsibility. If you have the ability, you are the one, the only one, who can do what you can do. Big poet, keep your opinions to yourself. However painful, keep what you know to chit-chat. No one will agree with you when you are right. Never make a statement. Keep your belt buckled. Don't walk around with a drink in your hand. A room full of idiots can always find the smart one. Kind poet. Genius is a happy thing. If you want what you want, write one beautiful poem. No matter what, after you are read, if you as a person are not interesting, you fail. Ask yourself, exactly what do you have to offer? Is poetry your light? What have you written today? Brave poet, remember, when things go well, be most careful. That's when you are most vulnerable. The principle of life is based on King of the Hill, ego. Enjoy the cuts, the burns, the insidious smears by pea-brains. No one really grows up. They just act mature. Money is the language of humans, not words. Lonely poet, pick your friends carefully. The posy parties are full of wannabe king rats who palm your cheek, then rip your jugular. two-faced failure poets, coward creep smearballs with vituperous venom and slicer-dicer agendas. Always call them by name, smile, and shake their hands. Fine poet, do you see full prismatic rainbows in a spot of sunlight on the washing machine? Does the word fret invoke musical reach? Do people seem to mumble? Do you seem to talk down a well? Does your brain scan word horizons like an explorer? If you experience the above, you're probably a poet. Sweet poet, are you shuffled between a million writers, shunted to the side aisles of reluctant universities? Useless, doubtful, unmainstream, a cheesy leper. Yet famous awards are bestowed on silly poets. And you wonder, is judgment judged by the judge? Who discerns genius? And you? Time will tell. Wise poet, fact is, poetry is a small, exclusive club, rampant with charlatans who stick awards on each other. The best advice is don't bother, don't waste your life with the endless, simpering drivel by artsy poet wimps. Whatever you do, don't write poetry. Don't even try. Still writing? One last thing. Poetry inspires.